Hello, nurturers. I know it's been a while. I just had to delete off some files off my phone to do this reading because I got like literally to the last card and it said um it's full and stop the video. So this is take two. I hope you're all well. This is your weekly reading from the 18th to the 24th of September. This reading will apply to some people that are listening, won't apply to all that are listening. If it applies to you or it resonates with you, by all means, it's all good. Take it, do what you can with it. If it don't apply, you can either click off or listen just to see what unfolds, yeah? But let's jump in to the past position is the King of Swords. Usually a stubborn, powerful, opinionated man indicates. Swords indicate the thoughts and the star signs, air elements, so Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Like basically, it might be where you're in a situation, whether it be work or in love, where you encounter a very sort of mannish man who's a bit like, likes to put people under manners and what have you, and you might find yourself having to kind of like satter and biting your tongue and going, yo, this dude's an idiot, but don't jump out the window. You might be feeling oversensitive. Remember, there's a new moon coming up, so the lunar energy might be around, and your head might take you. Don't make your head take you and respond like, just hear what's going on. Maybe with such a kind of overly masculine person or energy, it could even be yourself, it could be your thoughts, and just like you're going into something gung-ho and bullish without actually stopping and listening and considering, the thoughts, feelings and observations of others. But just stop and think before you act, and just, how can you engage more the feminine, more the reasoning, more the having the oversight to say, how can you counterbalance this energy? Does that make sense? Yeah? So what's your thoughts? It seems like it's a kind of a thoughts. We've got two swords here, which leads us to the present, which is the Five of Swords. Usually when it appears, you're likely to find yourself with like mixed feelings about life. And maybe certain people who's just been on your radar as if saying, some funny style business going on here. It's not a case of where you must ignore what you're saying because your intuition kicks in for a reason, innit? But at the same time, you don't have to jump out the window, call everybody out and turn up. Do you get what I'm saying? Might be just where you kind of have to observe and, be aware and discuss if you need to, but don't jump out the window, pick your battles. That's the same with like work and what have you as well. It could be where there's something unfair going on at work, somebody could be shirking and blaming you or whatever. Just make sure you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's so that basically any BS jumps off your name, you're not involved in it because your name can't get called because you've been doing what you're supposed to do. If you need to talk or discuss anything, just remember how you say something is just as important as what you say in this time. You get what I'm saying? And if there's somebody that you care about that has to go away for a while, try not to get too possessive. Just if anything, more than likely, hold the hope that they'll be coming back. And in love as well, usually when the Five of Swords comes up, it can usually be like an indicator of some form of conflict. Things may not work out the way that you'd hope in terms of a love relationship. Be calm about it though. Know what your boundaries are, know what your deal breakers are, and if somebody's not coming correct, something, it's best to be honest with yourself first and be honest with them and move forward. Like basically don't hold on to something and flog it to death and make the both of you be unhappy, because and this too shall pass. And also again, it's swords, so it's about thoughts and thinking and the way that you approach things in your mental. Yeah. In the future is the Ace of Pentacles reversed, which could basically say that you're probably worrying a lot about money at the moment. Yeah, things are kind of tough at the moment. There's, financial downturns and etc. 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 But don't make it steal your joy. Like, pay what you can, and the rest. It's like a friend of mine used to say, you can't get blood out of a stone unless you hit it with a hammer. You get me? So you can worry yourself into a grave over the money. Either you're still gonna owe the money or you're gonna pay the money, and it like, but don't make it kill you. Um, might be a time where you have to, you'll be called to go out into the world to, make your finances. It might be a bigger and better way. Don't avoid it, go with it, kind of thing. You'll be fine. Don't kind of get jealous about other people that might seem like they're doing good and what have you. Like my grandma used to say, no watch where people have, cause you don't know how them get it. In terms of work and stuff, when it's the Ace of Pentacles reversed, you might need to consider asking for more responsibility or a promotion. If you're thinking about leaving your current position, this card says that it's probably a good thing. So it's like basically the reversed ace is saying that things are good, or good things will soon be happening on the work front. And in love, the reversed ace carries a warning to look out for possible issues of greed and jealousy. Like, don't be like, what's the point of being with somebody and you competing with each other? It's supposed to be a unit, and it's supposed to be like a team and what have you. So just watch out for that, because them things can niggle sometimes. You get me? All right, boom. If you're single, like, you might meet someone lovely through work, or like through your work or their work or whatever. Be friendly, be approachable, get out and mingle. I know that might sound very long to some. Yeah. And then the overall energy of the week, which I think is like a nice little bit of a balance, considering what you've had to sort of face. So it might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday going into the weekend, or past, present, future, however it resonates for you or doesn't. The Four of Wands reverses your overall energy for the week. And in the reverse, it's probably like really positive. It just doesn't matter that it's reversed. It still retains like that positive meaning. Usually means that there might be an upcoming celebration. With work, it might mean that you kind of celebrated for the graft that you put in, but the operative words are the graft that you've put in. So don't kind of like think, oh yeah, I'm done now, because you got a little celebration. You still have to keep the graft up, yeah. So and accept praise with any praise that's coming your way. Accept it with good grace, and just don't get too big-headed in that. Whatever, share credit where you're supposed to, and because like no person's an island in it. Nobody's just like made on their own. Like, there's a whole satellite of people that you call in a team or what have you, that help you to make that happen. And in love, it can indicate that relationship is supposed to be more committed. So I'm not sure how that works. It might be that then, if that's the case, then Johnny or Jane irritation over here might just have to just get out of the way, which might be your thoughts. That's what I'm thinking. It might be the thoughts more than anything, because ones is more to do with actions, coins to do with earth. So it might be your thoughts is kind of keep control of your thoughts so it doesn't mash up, and then might cause you to deepen because you've kind of moved through the BS. It's possibly that, like, be a bit bullish, be a bit somebody's a bit bullish, whether it's you or them. Balance it out, try a little tenderness, don't compete. There's a deepening. That's like one trajectory, or it could be that these are your thoughts kind of getting in your own way. Get out of your own way in terms of your thoughts. And then this one, don't be too competitive and the overall energy which will hopefully carry you through, which is the fact that there's a deepening and some form of celebration to be had. I don't know if that makes sense. It seems a bit like conflicting. I'm not sure, but it's a bit too cute to get into at this point. I'll leave it as it stands. Maybe if anybody can bring any clarity or see where I might have read something wrong or indeed it resonates for them, we'll see. Time will tell. Thank you for listening, and drink coconut water to wash off your heart. Peace.